Hey everyone, Golden Ninja 3000 here again. Today I have an interesting little review for you. These are the IKEA BYGGLEK boxes that LEGO made in participation with them 2 years ago now. I believe these came out in 2020. So I have every set that LEGO and IKEA released together, and we're going to unbox them and take a brief look at them. So we have 4 items here. These are the pieces. So this is like the only actual like LEGO product that was sold. It's still just called BYGGLEK, like the boxes, and I'm pretty sure it's just like the LEGO Classic sets where it's just an assortment of random parts. And then we have 3 different sizes of box. So in this one, or I guess 4 different sizes. In this one, we have 2 small boxes and 1 like slightly larger small box. Then we have a medium-sized box with this. And then finally, we have a large box. And as you can see, there are studs like built into these. And I did buy these in 2020, I just never got around to opening them, and I figured why not make a video, because I didn't see a lot of coverage of these when they came out. And here's a quick look at the back of the boxes, but there isn't really anything special going on here. Okay, so we're going to start by opening the boxes themselves, and then we'll take a look at the pieces last, because I think the pieces are going to be the least interesting thing here. I do like the art on the side with all of the LEGO parts, and honestly, some of these were kind of hard to get. Like, I got some of these in store and some online because availability was just kind of odd. These boxes are strange too, because they're like all glued, they're not taped. And here we go. Alright, so here is our first round of boxes, and honestly, I expected these to be thicker. They're a lot thinner than I expected. They're much more Lego-like than I expected, to be perfectly honest. Because, I mean, I look at these and they seem very IKEA-esque, but they're really interesting in that way, because these are an official collaboration, and LEGO's done stuff like this before, but I feel like this is like the most official thing that they've done. Besides, you know, like their own like storage bins that they sell on their website. Because this still feels very LEGO to me, and I expected this to feel a little bit more third party than it actually does. Of course, when you open it up like this all just looks absolutely different. Because I mean, there's just like, there's no studs or anything inside, and I think that that would be like kind of a more interesting thing to do. But the lids are still very much in system. Like, you have the LEGO logo printed on all of the studs. And, you know, like, these look like large LEGO pieces that you would kind of see, like, more from sets in the past and not super from sets nowadays. I don't actually know if they stack. So this is what the bottom of it looks like. You can see the IKEA and the LEGO logos. But there's no studs on the bottom. And like I said, no studs inside. And I did think that there were studs inside on like at least one of these. So I'm kind of surprised to find out that they're just perfectly smooth. But they have to be stackable, right? Okay, so that's how they stack. I mean, yeah, like you guys are seeing me discover this in real time. But okay, so they do stack and they aren't going anywhere. But they don't actually lock into place because there's no studs or anything. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Like, I'm glad that these things can stack up, but it just doesn't feel like the most secure connection to me. And so that is kind of just a little bit weird. All right, let's move on to the medium-sized box now. I honestly have no idea what I'm going to be doing with these. Because, I mean, I always need more LEGO storage, but I don't really know what these are going to get used for. Oh, this one comes with a little instruction manual. Oh, because you have to assemble this one. It doesn't come pre-assembled. Okay, so I better get on that. All right, well, before I assemble the box, here are the 6 pieces that make it up. And actually, I guess I could just assemble it on camera because it doesn't seem that hard. So the sides slide in over these ends. And then I guess you just put the bottom on here. Okay. And then there you go. There's your box. And then we have the larger lid. Honestly, this box seems pretty large already. Like, this is the size that I was expecting from the biggest one. So that's kind of interesting. I guess the bigger one is a lot bigger than I thought it would be. But hey, that means that I actually might be able to use some of these for storage. Like, I don't know, maybe I could put like minifigure checklists and stuff in here, because I always need, more storage for stuff like that. This one is a good size. It's pretty heavy. You saw how easy it went together, but I really don't think it's in any danger of collapsing or anything. Even as far as IKEA furniture goes, this was a really easy build. But my favorite parts of these are definitely like these large lids. They aren't really good to use for base plates because they're so like high. But actually maybe that is what would make them good, because if you want like a raised base plate, you kind of have one in these. Of course, they're odd sizes. They're not square or anything, but still, it could work well. And I do think that, I was going to say, like, I don't know if these are even sold anymore. I haven't checked, like, since I bought them, but I feel like they might have been limited edition. So, I actually don't know if it's possible to get these anymore. But yeah, like I said, I haven't really, like, seen a lot of people, like, talk about these even when they did come out. All right, and then lastly, we've got the big one. This one seems like it's going to be pretty heavy. Let's go ahead and open. And in classic IKEA fashion, I am absolutely destroying this box. They use pretty good glue on these things, so I mean, it's kind of hard to get it open without destroying it sometimes. All right, I'm going to give up on that side. Okay, I don't know why this one is so much, like, worse to open than the others. Well, it's a good thing I didn't want to keep the boxes of these sets, because, wow, like, the glue that they use on these, like, large IKEA things is just so stupidly strong. Like, yes, it's good that it keeps things in the boxes, but you guys see how much I had to destroy it just to get this open. That's why I'm really glad that LEGO uses tape and not glue for absolutely everything. But I think it's the same thing in here. It does come disassembled, so we better start assembling it. And it's the same story here. You get 6 pieces again. So let's go ahead and assemble it. And I actually did check on a couple of things before I started assembling this. So these boxes are still available from IKEA. They were like sold out. They were pretty hard for me to get, like, when they came out in fall 2020. But now it seems like they're pretty readily available. I did not do that right. It seems like they're pretty readily available now, because all of them are still in stock at my local store, which is frequently out of stock of quite a few things. Okay, there we go. What's that? Okay, I think that clicked into place, so hopefully that's okay, and because I don't think it's clicking anymore. All right, but there's the big one, and now we just add the finishing touch with the lid. So yes, this is a lot bigger than I was expecting. This is much, much larger than I thought it would be. And I mean, I know there's measurements on the boxes, but like, I don't really tend to check that stuff because I'm just gonna buy it anyway. So I don't know, I like being surprised. But yeah, you can fit a ton of stuff in here. I bet you could fit all of the other boxes in here actually. So I think I should go ahead and try that. All right, so we're gonna take the small 3. And I did check prices for these actually. So the big one is $25 in the US. This medium one is $18. And I lied. These will most certainly not fit in here. Okay, because I'm really, really bad at judging the sizes of things. But yeah, so the medium one is 18. This set of 3 is 15 in total. And I mean, you could fit these in here, right? Kind of. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. You can fit the smaller ones in the big one. So I think that's nice at least. But of course, I think you'd rather use it for storage and then just like stack these on top of each other. So honestly, in terms of value for money, with the boxes, I don't think they're like bad value. This one at $25 seems like a little bit much because you can get like a pretty good size like plastic tote box for $25. But the medium ones for $15 and then this one for $18, I think that those are relatively good value for money. I think like $5 cheaper for the larger ones would be nice. But again, like they are LEGO branded products and you can build on them officially. And I do think that that goes a long way. I will say though, the one thing I really don't like about these boxes, besides the fact that they have awkward stacking that isn't in the Lego system, like I do think that these should be in the Lego system. I don't know why they're not. Um, the lids don't lock. And so that is kind of irritating to me. And it does mean that if you like stack these up and you're moving them as a stack, they can easily like tumble over and spill everywhere. And I do think that that's not the best, because I was trying to get these out of the big box just now, and then like the lid just came off. So if I had stuff in there and I forgot that these don't lock, that wouldn't be safe. And this is Lego, right? Like this is a Lego branded product with the official Lego logo. I do wish that they were just a little bit more in system. I wish that we had a studded base on the inside. I wish that these locked into place, because the whole point of Lego is that it's an interlocking brick system, not a loosely sitting on top of each other brick system. Also, when you buy all three of these sets, they don't really stack up together super pretty. Like I feel like they should fit a lot better with each other than they do right now, because this one can only go like on top of the medium box because it doesn't fit in any other way, which seems kind of dumb. Like if I'm buying all three of these things that are released at the same time, I'd like if they stacked up in, you know, like a better, like more even way. But like there's really nothing you can do. Like these smaller ones, oh no, they won't even line up at the back because they overhang. Yeah, like it's kind of odd to me, because like they don't, like they are in the Lego system because you can build on top of them, but that's it. Like there's no anti-studs here. There's no like, again, like there's no locking lids. So forget like interacting with the rest of the Lego system. They don't even interact well with each other just because of like the way that they all fit together. They're all like kind of odd sizes. And finally, we still have the box of parts to look at. So let's go ahead and cut this open. Looks like you get one classic minifigure in here. Like, oops, did not mean to scratch the box like that. But I lost my box cutter, and so I'm really just having to struggle through life with scissors right now. Wow, that's some extreme mangling. That might be the worst box opening I've ever done. All right, so honestly, you get some decent parts in here. Oh, you get more than one minifigure, I guess, because there's a couple different pairs of legs. And there's two heads, so I guess there's two figures. That's pretty nice. It looks like some nice accessories in here. Banana, hot dog, plants. Ooh, that's a nice piece to get in this set. The hair with the hat. And then you have like a little helmet. You also get Luke Skywalker's hair. That's pretty cool. And in this one, you get a doorway and a big window, and those are definitely nice inclusions, but overall, there's not a ton here. And bear in mind, this little like set, this is $20. Ouch. This is not $20 worth of parts at all. It's 201 pieces, yes, but this should be 15. I thought it was 15 when I bought it. I did not realize that this was 20. I'm not going to open like all of these right now because I don't really have anything to do with this, but I mean, you can get a good idea of the pieces right here, and you can see that this is not $20 worth of stuff. Like, again, measure it by Lego Classic standards, and this would be $15 worth of stuff. There is this little pamphlet here that just gives you some ideas of what you can build. And again, this would be pretty cool for kids. And like I said, this would work really well with Lego Classic. Like if you're a kid, buy a couple of these boxes, buy some just random boxes of bricks. And I'm sure you'd be very happy. So overall, I guess this is 25 plus 20, 45, 60, plus 18, $78 worth of stuff here. No, I don't think you have $80 worth of Lego product in front of you, or IKEA product for that matter. Like, because this is a collaboration. The boxes are a lot bigger than I expected. That should be acknowledged. I'm impressed with the sizes of them. I'm not impressed with their interlockability. And now I remember reading a review from Brickset when these came out that talked about that. And I remember being very surprised that these boxes don't forget about Lego interconnectivity. I was surprised that they don't fit well with themselves. And I guess I forgot that because it's been like 2 years since I read that review. But it's just kind of disappointing because obviously I hadn't gotten around to opening these yet, but I was excited to own them and I like them. I like the look of them. All of the furniture in my studio is IKEA. All of the furniture in my bedroom is IKEA. And I do like IKEA's, like clean kind of like white aesthetic. That's what I go for. So I like the boxes aesthetically, but I just think that functionally they're a little bit hit and miss. I really wish they had studded bases. I really wish the lids locked, and I really wish that these sizes fit better with each other than they do now. So let me know what you guys think about these sets in the comments below. Like I said, they are still available, so you could still buy them if you want. It's just that, like, if you're like me, I don't really know what I'm going to use it for. So maybe you guys have some suggestions in the comments below. But other than that, just don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys with other videos soon. Bye for now.